Hello and welcome to the Kayden Show, today's best country mix. And we have our very special guest that joined us a couple months ago, Tony from the County Affairs, joining us back. Hey Tony, how are you doing today?
Hello, Kayden, and hello, everyone. Yeah, great. All doing fine, thank you. So nice to be with you.
Nice to be with you again too. After a couple times we had to kind of maneuver things around, but other than that,
It's,
we're here now. So
yeah, we've been having a busy time
I bet.
making music. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's good. Can't wait to tell you all about it.
So kind of tell us what's up, what's been new, what you guys have been up to lately.
Well, it has been a busy time. We've been doing live shows, which is exciting to be back doing that and on stage and all that goes with that. So that's been exciting. We've done a couple of live shows and including a sellout show. Is it only a week, just a week and a half ago in London? So that's been really good. And of course, we wanted to prepare and be ready for that. And so we put some time into making sure that it would be a great show. And it went really well, went down really well. And that's what you want. So that was really good. I guess, since we last spoke, we've actually finally launched the album Off the Grid, and that came out at the beginning of September, and that's being met with some very positive reviews. We've had a very nice reception to that. People are reviewing it positively and playing music from the album, not just the singles we'd released before. So that's going really well. And we've got some news coming up of live shows. Again, a tour of live shows coming up soon.
Awesome. And I also see here that you guys have a new lead track from the album from someone special. Can you guys tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we're delighted to be able to say that the song Nashville Storm Warning features Richie McDonald from Lone Star, and or formerly of Lone Star, I should say.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
yeah, it was great. There was a time when we were finishing the album and finishing the songs that would go on the album, and in a few different cases, we wondered if anybody would like to feature with us and collaborate with us on the songs. And very happily, Richie liked that song, Nashville Storm Warning, and he was able to record a vocal in partnership with my vocal that works really well, and it's on the album and it's on the single and it's been out and it's been on the radio in recent weeks, and people are really loving that song. So yeah, it was great. We were delighted, of course, that Richie would do that for us or with us.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are new listening, if you guys have heard Tony before, or for those who have heard Tony now, tell us a little bit about yourself and where people can find you on social media platforms.
Well, we're the County Affair. Um, we're a couple of guys in our, let's say, late 50s who were at school together playing music back then, playing music in our teens and 20s, and then life took over and careers and families, etc. But about 3 years ago, Kevin Brennan, my music partner, started writing songs, and we went into the studio and we've ended up making an album at Abbey Road Studios, of all places. So we're
Mhm.
delighted with that. So our story really is that story, that we're, in a sense, we've put the band back together and we were making music again, original music this time, and yeah, and we're on the road, or we will be soon. Um, and I suppose the backstory of that is that while we say that our music is Americana, we all know that's a very broad church, a very
Mhm.
big wide family, and so I suppose there's many strands that come together. One strand we do think is woven into our music is the Irish backgrounds that we both have. So, and there was a form of country music known as Irish country back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. So we are kind of channeling a little bit of that, but we're mixing it up with some modern day Americana, um, you know, from the things we listen to, from Chris Stapleton and Jason Isbell and and others. So it's a
Mhm.
blend, as Americana should be.
Mhm. Has a typical day kind of changed for you since we last talked?
I don't know if we have a typical day. We're we're blending kind of real life with musical
Mhm.
life. So
Totally.
sometimes that means you're 100% music, or even more than
Mhm.
100% music. Sometimes it seems really, really intensely into it and positively into it. Other times, I guess, real life and doing other things kind of kicks in, and the music takes a bit of a back seat. But we're determined this time to keep the music center stage as much as we can make it that way,
Mhm.
and keep it going.
Mhm. And I see here that you guys have two upcoming gigs, one in London and one in Nottingham,
Yeah.
with Tim Pruddy Jones. Do you guys have any others coming up in any other places?
We've actually played those recent gigs. The Nottingham one a couple of weeks ago, which was the city we grew up,
Right.
and the London one just about 10 days ago. So that went really well, sellout show, and really good, great experience to play to a crowd of people. Um, and yeah, Tim Protty Jones was fabulous support, and indeed, he also hosts a radio show playing country music. So he's played some of our music on his show as well. So we're grateful to him for his musical support on the night, but also for the airtime he's given us. Yeah, and we've got gigs coming up. Actually, big exciting news that came out a week or so ago is that we will be supporting Ward Thomas on their upcoming UK tour. So, of course, much admired uh, vocal-led partnership from the girls who are in Ward Thomas, and we're obviously delighted uh, to have been chosen by them to support them on their tour, and that's going to get us all over England, Scotland, and Wales in across the month of November. So anyone can find us. You ask the question, where can they find out about us? We're online at thecountyaffair.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so people can find out there. And of course, they can look on Ward Thomas for the dates of the tour, and there are still tickets available in lots of the places.
Awesome. And is there anything else big or exciting that you guys would like to share with us?
Well, that's very big for us, the opportunity to tour with Ward Thomas.
Totally.
I think in the background, of course, we're focused on the tour, but
Right.
there are new songs bubbling up. We tried out a couple of new songs at the recent gig at the Green Note in Camden, in London, and those new songs, they were a little bit stripped down, and they weren't a full album production in a sense, but they went down really well, and there are good songs coming through. Kevin's busy writing, and we're collaborating on the arrangements, etc. So yeah, I think who knows, 2022 you might see us putting out some new music, and maybe even getting as far as a whole new album. Let's see, we hope so.
Well, awesome. I just want to say a huge thank you to Tony Regan from the County Affair for coming back on. We had a blast talking to you today. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you for having me, and hello and goodbye to all the listeners.